Hey everyone. I don't know. I just was like, fuck it. I'm gonna see if this is a thing, and it is a thing. Fantastic. Let's see what we want. I am recording. OBS is recording my screen right now. That's good to know. Right. So let's just see what all this goes. Eighth here. To be completely honest, I just eh. It's all right. So I'm not gonna put it in D, but it's also meh. I don't really meh. It's fine. It exists. It's just see. Canon complaint. Okay, canon compliant. It's like exists with canon. I don't think I read much canon compliant. Like the closest I read to canon compliant, and I'm taking this to mean does not contradict canon at all. Closest I read to canon compliant would probably be up to before the epilogue, because the epilogue's just cringy. Makes me cringe all the time. Not that I read it all the time. I shut up, phone. So yeah, it's a D. It's a D because I never read it. Canon Divergence. Meanwhile, I mean, it's an S just because that's all I read, I guess. Magical Course. No, I'm just gonna say I love Canon Divergence, but I hate Canon Compliance. I'm like, but this isn't really canon. But it's like, but hold up. You said you don't like canon. It's like, well, excuse me, but magical cores are literally in every single fucking fic ever, and they're never done well. I'm sorry, it's going in C. It's not, it's like, eh, it has, it can be good, but I've never seen it done good. Creature inheritance. It's like what? Okay, B. I'm completely indifferent. Crossovers. It really depends. It really depends. If you're gonna do like crossover of Harry Potter and something I have never even heard of, I'm not gonna read it because I don't know what's going on. But if you're doing a crossover between Harry Potter and something I'm familiar with, yeah, I'll read it. I like that. It's actually gonna come up with something that showing up a bit later, so I'm putting in a nice A. Dark Harry. I tried to actually write a Dark Harry fanfic at one point. Small admittance here. I didn't. No, I'm looking back at it, and just because of the fact that I did that and hate myself over it, that's going in D. Dark Hermione. I have literally never heard of that even being a thing at all. So screw it. Dark side centric, like where we put focus on like the bad guys. I guess. Could be fun. Going B. It's like I'm indifferent to this, so it's in B. This could be fun, so it's in B. B tier is like this tier of like it's gonna be a weird hybrid. It's like it's not something that makes me cringe enough to be in C, but it's not really it's not something that I like enough to be in A. It's just gonna be in that weird in between state. Dark fic, where just in general bad things happen. My phone just alarm went off. Great. Dark fic. C. It could be good. Dimension travel. Like I said, I love crossovers. And it's specifically because I happen to like the idea of Harry just hopping dimensions and just seeing like, hey, how you doing? Evil Dumbledore. Evil Dumbledore. You know, the only evil Dumbledore that I really actually remember, like I haven't completely blocked out of my mind, would be Runestone Path. And Runestone Path has other things going on, but Evil Dumbledore, I can see it. It's going to be. I love how it's just like it's above this one. Um, can't find could be above these. Meanwhile, Magical Course going below both of you for sure. Dimension travel is going above this. This is only this can going in A because it's not really like I go out of my way to definitely get that. Okay, fix it. I really don't actually know what that's supposed to be, but I don't know. I guess it's just like mm, indifferent. I'm indifferent. Ginny bashing. Oh boy, Ginny bashing. Ginny bashing, aka extensive love potions, I guess. That's more general Weasley bashing. I'm pretty sure that's in here somewhere. But Ginny bashing. Holy cow, Ginny bashing. And please tell me we do have Ron bashing separate from Weasley bashing, so we're going on that. Oh, we have Severitas, and I have no idea what the fuck that is. So we're gonna have to look that up. This is actually something that I never knew was a thing. Is really Harry's father. Okay! Well, that's. I'll keep that in mind. Ginny bashing, though. It's going in C, but it's still above all the rest of these C ones, because unlike the rest of these, it I can see a point where I'm just like, I might actually be okay with it. Specifically in things that are meant to be taken less seriously a lot of the time. Helpful gobbling. Someone put a typo in this image. Good job. But helpful goblins. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't completely hate it. Like, okay, I dislike it when they're going out of their way, where they're just to help Harry. But if it's like they're willing to, help Harry as long as Harry helps them in like an equal way, or at least something the goblins see as equal, then you know what? Fuck it. It's going in B. It's going at the top of B. It's going at the top of B now. Gray Harry. So it's like not they're evil. It's more like but like gray. I just oh, it's going in B. I'm gonna say it goes above Evil Dumbledore. Both of these, because these kind of just be like on the same level most of the time. Okay, harm. We're gonna move on now. Hermione bashing. Hermione. Hermione bashing. Well, okay. Are we gonna be doing some bashing of the Hermione? To be completely honest, I actually put Hermione bashing above Ginny bashing. To be completely honest. I have more problems with Hermione than Ginny. Maybe because Ginny's a non-character for the first 4 books. Indy Harry. God, Harry looks like so like, oh, what the fuck is going on in this pic? But right, Indy Harry. Okay, look, it has potential, but my gods, please stop overusing this in all the exact same ways. Just don't. Just fucking don't. Okay, life debt. Yep, okay. Lordships. Just on principle. That's just going there on principle. It doesn't mean I won't read. It just means that I am going to be extraordinarily skeptical of your fic. Manipulative Dumbledore is going to actually be going above, is going to be going here, not above the helpful Collins, actually. Marauders bashing, actually, not going to be going to be completely honest. As long as it's like, before they stop being complete douches, it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, Marauders era, on the other hand, that takes. Mm, I've read a couple fics like that. I just, meh, it does not interest me all that much. So I'm just gonna put you at the top of bottom of B, top of C, below Hermione bashing, above Hermione, it's above Hermione bashing. Master of Death Harry. It is. I don't. Hmm. Muggle AU. Like, where they're all muggles? To be honest, magic's the most interesting thing, so you're not gonna be below any of this shit. But you still, I don't care for it. Muggle wink. Oh, gods. Oh, gods. Look, there's a lot to be said about this, the whole Muggles versus wizard thing, but completely going, Muggles are superior to wizards in every way? It's just kind of wrong. It just is, because Muggles don't use magic and wizards do. Like, that's just a fact. It just is, okay? Next gen, no interest in it. I'll read it if someone's writing like some sort of short interesting, but I have no interest in like writing like something. Like this is kind of the thing that you get with like canon compliant. It's like next gen, like a continuation on canon. No thanks. Not really. Not happening. No war. What, just like Voldemort doesn't come back? Well, that just sounds rather boring then, to be completely honest. Like how are you supposed to write an interesting fic without anyway? Okay, you could, but it's just like I'm not going out of my way to find something that where that's the case. OP Harry, like overpowered. To be completely honest, on principle, I'm not a big fan of overpowered characters. Shut up, phone. But I also don't hate having characters that have like a build-up of power to the point where they're at the end overpowered. But it's like they got to that point over the course of the story. That's fine. Politics. Along with religion and Star Wars, this is banned in IBX Toycat's YouTube channel. No, I'm not going to explain what the hell that means, but this is pretty much just like politics and lordship is kind of just goes together. But like this can kind of exist without this, I get. But it's like every time you get this, you're probably gonna get this. Post-war. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, it's just fun. Pure blood Hermione. No, thank you. It's no, thank you. Redemption arc, and with the Draco Malfoy here, I actually happen to really like the idea of that. Remus bashing. Gonna be honest. Just want to point out there something. Canon has Remus bashing, but I'm also not the biggest fan of. I don't really care for Remus that much. I don't know. It's going at the bottom of B. Resorting. It's like just going over to a new house. Completely honest, it's like when you do it right. I found something recently that did it right, in my opinion, and I quite liked it. I don't remember what it was. I think Harry went to Ravenclaw or something. Yeah, something to do with some. It's also accompanied with some Ron bashing. Fun fact: I don't remember. I don't remember what fic this was, and I read it less than a week ago. Holy shit! I am so useless at remembering things. Whatever. Resorting. It's gonna go at the top of B ish because I'll read it, but I don't. Nah. Ron bashing. Okay. Bashing of the Ron Weasley. It's going above Remus bashing, but it's also going to because it's the bashing that I see the most, and you'd think that would give people the most time to correct it, but at the same time, Ron is the one that I just don't particularly like him that much, really. To be completely honest, Sierra Luna, I dig it, I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. I can roll with it. This is just mm, mm, mm. How is D the largest of the How is D the largest of the tiers at this point? Shopping trips. Okay, if it's a thing that mentioned to have happened, and it mentions some like important things, then fine. If you're describing it in detail, then no fucking thank you. It's just boring. Serious bashing. Of all the characters, the one that I think deserves the least amount of bashing is the one who literally spent 12 years in fucking Azkaban. It's not as bad as Lordship happens to be. Snape bashing, you know what, this is the one time we're bashing. I will totally S tier it. Make fuck you, Snape. Soulmates. Maybe it's the fact that man, I've, maybe it's the fact that I've read so many crappy Harry and Ginny Soulbound stories. But this is it's just not. 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 It's about the same level as Life Debt for me. Because I kind of associate the two now. Time travel. Here we go. Time travel? I like it. I actually like it. Good chunk. If I'm being completely honest. If I'm being completely honest, I really like it. Okay, Tom Riddle's era. So, like, way back in, like, the fucking 40s? Okay. I can roll with that. It's kind of on the same level as Marauder's era. Like, I would say Marauder's era is more interesting to me. But, you know, Voldemort wins. Is kind of what happens with time travel fix, really. Like, in the before. Like in the bad timeline, is the Voldemort wins. So, like, by having this is something I like. But at the same time, you don't need it to have Voldemort winning. You just need it to have, like, it was just crappy, you know? Like, there's times where it's just like, oh, this is just crappy. So, Voldemort wins, but, like, if it's, like, in the end, Voldemort wins, no thanks. I'm not a fan of that. Like, I'm just not. So I'm gonna put it above no war because at least it's interesting, but I just don't want it. Wrong Boy Who Lived. Okay, this is such a popular trope. I have seen pretty much a lot, and I just don't like it. It's not that I hate it, it's not going in D, but I just don't enjoy it really. Okay, it can be interesting, but it's not often that interesting, if I'm being honest. I still think it can be more interesting than a fucking 8th year fic. I'm gonna put it above Hermione and Ginny bashing because, anyway, Weasley bashing. Like in general, there's a lot that you can do in there. There's a lot of Weasleys, but I think it's just like all of them as a package deal. Although often excluding Fred and George because people just love Fred and George, and I don't blame them. Fred and George are great, but yeah, Weasley bashing, and that's general Weasley bashing. If it includes Fred and George, then I don't want because I love Fred and George. That's why you never see Fred and George bashing pretty much. But like if it doesn't include Fred and George, yeah, I'll do it. Um okay, it can include some Ginny bashing, but it's typically as part of like some overall thing. It's just like less like less hate on Ginny because she's like 12 or something. Like if she's a 12-year-old, like goddamn. So yeah, I'm gonna put it above Ron bashing actually, because I'm gonna be completely honest. Typically, when you have General Weasley bashing, it all ends up getting lumped onto Molly a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So cool. Thanks for watching me doing stupid shit. I'm gonna see if I can find another stupid tier list to do a video on. And yeah, bye and stay gay. Gays. You gay people. No, that's a cringy outro. I'm not doing that again.